SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, T-Mobile has, let's just call it a little bit of pushback from their competitors, and there's reason to believe the pushback is legitimate. I'm going to tell you guys why in this video. AT&T and Verizon rejecting what T-Mobile is doing with SpaceX and Starlink. All right, let's talk about it here in this video. A link for the article from PC Mag will be provided. That link will be down in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks, for those of you that are unaware, T-Mobile has a partnership with SpaceX, the Starlink service, satellite system of, constellation of satellites to provide coverage, cellular coverage from space, essentially anywhere in the world. So places where T-Mobile doesn't have terrestrial cell sites, they would provide the coverage for them, as a cellular network available when the normal cellular one isn't. AT&T and Verizon are doing the same. They're going to do it with ASTS, same basic process and everything. AT&T and Verizon have come together to push back, and I guess they're claiming, we'll just call it a claim for now. They're claiming that there is going to be interference in what Starlink is building with T-Mobile in terms of the frequency incompatibility. So, and I shouldn't say it's incompatibility, it's just spilling over of frequencies that would cause dramatic user experience reductions, right? So downlink speeds would be impacted by the interference. The signal quality would be compromised. So here's the quote from AT&T. AT&T's technical analysis shows that SpaceX's proposal would cause an 18% average reduction in network downlink throughput. The issue here is that the PCS band, which is 1900 megahertz, is going to be utilized by T-Mobile on the SpaceX Starlink connectivity. Meanwhile, the terrestrial carriers also operate that same frequency range for their cellular and terrestrial networks. There are places where both Verizon and AT&T have cellular coverage by their terrestrial cell sites where T-Mobile doesn't. Yes, it is a legitimate concern that interference could be caused by SpaceX and T-Mobile. In fact, I went over this on a podcast many months ago, and I created video content many months ago on this real issue. That is not a claim that is unfounded. There is actual studies and proof conducted by separate independent entities about the risk that Starlink, SpaceX, and T-Mobile have with this operation. So these are things that I think that they're kind of going to be inevitable. These issues that T-Mobile are facing, these pushbacks from both Verizon and AT&T is actually warranted. And it's not me taking a side. I really don't care what happens. What happens, and we'll live with the results. But these are problems that we did foresee here on the channel. We read the papers, we looked at the conclusions that were drawn, we looked at the technical data, and it showed a high risk, a high probability of interference from an entity that had nothing to do with AT&T and Verizon. In fact, they were claiming there were going to be additional issues with carriers in Africa once they started deploying N25, which is the 5G version of PCS spectrum. These concerns are legitimate. These things are real. The risk is actually a thing, and they're not unfounded claims by both Verizon and AT&T. And this has been a thing for a while. Maybe it's new to some of you because you just stumbled upon my channel, or maybe you view the world through magenta colored glasses. But folks, from a technical angle, there is absolutely operational interference risk in this instance. So we'll leave it to the technical side of things. We'll continue to kind of look at the data and draw our conclusions from it accordingly. We'll see what T-Mobile will do with this. I know they're trying to win the space race, right? They want to be the first ones to deploy the service, beat AT&T and Verizon at it. But there's a reason why both AT&T and Verizon went in together on the ASTS and that whole cellular coverage from space, because they needed to eliminate the risk of interference between their operations of the 850 megahertz, that frequency. So they're going to probably end up having to figure things out. Why else would T-Mobile have filed and requested an exemption from the FCC. Anyways, tell me what you guys think about all this. Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. SMT Nation, it is time for me to introduce to you Aura. Give you guys an incredible suite of cybersecurity protections to keep everything that you do online safe, keeping you safe from identity theft, scams, online threats, including protections for your entire family. They offer pretty much a worry-free trial period. Obviously, the pricing is very competitive, starting at $12 per month. They've got one simple and easy app for you to use. They've got incredible features, $1 million in coverage, 24/7 expert fraud support, transparent pricing, the money-back guarantee at 60 days with a free trial, no strings attached. So with the odds of falling victim to an online crime being 1 in 4, this would change everything. Really should check them out. The financial fraud protection is worth its weight in gold. Help keep your kids protected within boundaries that you set forth for them. Proven to be the fastest, most reliable fraud alert system. And it's as simple as choosing your plan, simply setting up how you're enrolled, and then getting notified for all the things that it's monitoring. Start your free trial now. Use our link. It's down in the description, and it's also here on the screen, aura.com/Sneed. You guys can click the URL. It's hyperlinked down in the description. And again, it's up here on the screen, aura.com/Sneed. Protect yourself from all the digital threats that's out there in the world.